Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Maggie and I was recently requested to do a tutorial, actually 2 tutorials on some of my makeup of the days that I've posted. And because I'm having a very relaxed day and I have some time, I am going to put on my makeup and I thought I'd film it kind of like a tutorial. And I'm going to do the first request that I was asked, which was a minimal no makeup look, and it should be a very quick look. I'll just put on my makeup and tell you what I'm putting on, maybe why I'm using it for my skin type, and I hope that it's helpful. It's a new type of video that I'm making, so let me know if this is something that you would want to see more of, and if I have the time I will definitely try and make more kind of videos like this. But I'm gonna get straight to it. It should be very quick. It's a very minimal no makeup look, and I don't think it will take too long. I'm sitting in front of my window, so there's a lot of natural light coming in. It's cloudy, so it's not too sunny, so hopefully the light is okay. It looks okay on my camera, so I hope it's okay. I'm gonna get straight to it. I'm gonna take my glasses off, and now I won't be able to see much, but I do have a mirror in front of me, so I'll do my best to try and see what I'm doing. So the first product that I used was the Poco Beauty Universal Glow Treatment, and I like this product as a primer. It has SPF 30 and it's a broad spectrum sunscreen, PA+++ as well. So I like using this as sort of a primer slash sunscreen. And it has a bit of a glow to it. I'll show you. So it comes in this really nice pump, and I usually use 2 pumps because I want the benefits of the sunscreen. And then I just put it between my palms and rub it all over my face. It's quite a nice glowy primer. So sometimes when I don't want to wear makeup, I just use this product with a lip, and I feel really nice because it reflects a lot of light, kind of hides my pigmentation with the reflection, if that makes sense. So I feel like I don't need to put anything else on. I just put this on and a lip if I'm very, very lazy and I don't want to put anything else on for the day. So this is what it looks like, and you can see the glow. It's quite glowy, but a natural glow. Well, maybe a bit more than a natural glow, but it looks nice. I really like this product. And then I'm gonna go in with my Danessa Myricks Blurring Balm Powder. I pulled this out during the warmer weather days just because I prefer it on my skin. During warmer weather, my skin type is a bit more normal. On very hot days, a bit combination, but during the usual rest of the year weather in Ireland, my skin is dry. You can, if you prep your skin right, make this work, but I have other products that I reach for during colder days that I just prefer, then I don't have extra steps to prep my skin. I'm not very oily, so I can't speak for very oily skin, but minimal oiliness that comes through during a hot day, this works very well for me. I have 2 shades, so I have shades 6 and 7. Initially I bought 6 and it's almost finished, but it's a little bit light for me for the summer months, so I hope that, yeah, you can kind of see this. So it's a little bit light during the summer months. I get a bit of my color back here in Ireland and I need a little bit of warmth, so number 7 is a little bit too warm for me, but I mix the 2 to make it work. Actually, number 7 is not too bad for me at the moment. It's a little bit yellowish, but if I mix the 2 together, usually not in a 1-to-1 ratio. I mix a little bit of 7. I'd say I'm like a 6.25 in between, or maybe 6.3, 6.4, but not a 6.5. I don't know, but this is working at the moment. Yeah, that works really nicely actually. So I know that Danessa recently released a 6.5. I haven't bought that yet because I'm gonna finish 6 first. And then I might buy a 6.5 and see how it is, and maybe mix it with a little bit of this on some, I don't know. But 6 and 7, I like the combination. So what I do is I take my brush and I just roll it in here. So I get a bit of the product in there. And then for number 7, I just take it and I do a little bit. And then I'm going to go into this blind, and I hope that you'll probably see better than I can see. But this is very easy application. And I just brush it over. It's very easy to apply. I don't need to worry too much about checking. That's why I'm not bothered about not looking in the mirror. But I'll look in the mirror in a bit just to see if I'm doing a good job. Okay. I'm going to do half of my face so I can show you what it looks like without and with. I'm just going to go in a little bit more with this. Well, I'll take a bit of 6, a little bit of 7. I don't know, I can kind of see a little bit of dark in there. So I'm just going to go on my forehead and see if I can. That could just be the light as well. I have no idea. I brush this all over my face, eyes, everything. I feel like it's a nice base for my eyes as well. Okay, I put a bit more than I did in the makeup of the day the other day. I'm blind. I think I'm just going a bit overboard. But if I come in close, yeah, I can actually see there. I do need to just blend a little bit. So this is without any blurring balm. And then this is with some blurring balm. You can build this up, but I'm gonna keep it just this one layer, and I'm gonna do the other side of my face. I hope I didn't miss any streaks because I can't see. Let me take my mirror. I don't think I have any streaks on my face. And then a new addition that I have, I recently purchased these Violette FR Lip Nectar hydrating lip stain. So they're lip stain, but you can kind of use them as a lip gloss and then either wear it, and as it dries down becomes a stain, or you can just use it as a lip stain. Put this on, take a tissue and wipe off the product and just have a stain on your lips. 1 second, sorry. I do have swatches of these on my Instagram and my YouTube short, so I will add a link to the description box if you want to see all the 4 shades. Today I'm going to use the very bright pink shade. So this is Pois de Senteur, and I'm going to, what I like to do is put on one thin layer when I'm still busy with my makeup. So I let the stain kind of sit in, then I wipe it off, and then I put in another layer. And sometimes I just stick with the glossy lip and go about my day and let it sort of, you know, as I drink coffee or something, get the glossy part off, and then the stain remains. Or I just use a tissue, wipe off the stain, and use it as a stain. So I'm going to take one very thin layer and put it on now before I do the rest of my makeup. I like to use the side instead of the flat part of the brush because that helps to put a very thin layer on. I've also noticed with these lip stains that they apply a much lighter color, but as you keep them on your lips, as they sort of maybe oxidize or just set, they deepen in color and they become more of the color that you see on the bottle. So it's lighter at first, but it deepens in color. So I'm going to leave that. I'm going to do the rest of my makeup, and when I'm done with the rest of my makeup, I'll put on another layer of this. Next, I'm going to go in with a liquid eyeshadow. So this is the Poco Beauty Eye Veil, and it's in a deeper brown, bit of a cool brown shade. This is the color Sable, and I love this formula of eyeshadow, like liquid eyeshadow, and I like this one because it's got a good pigment. On my pigmented lids, it does give a nice even coverage. It's hard to find good liquid eyeshadows that do that for me, but this one works quite well. I'm going to just put a small amount on my lid and then take my brush and then just blend it. I like to take this brush and then just lift it a little bit, like give it a bit of a wing. And then if I do make a mistake, I just use my finger to clean up. And then I'm just going to take a clean brush and then blend the outer bit just so that it blends in better. And I'll do the same on this eye. And then what I did, because I just wanted a little bit of sparkle on my lids, I didn't use any eyeliner that day, but I did add a little bit of sparkle. So I took this Unleashia palette. This I got in the Korean skincare advent calendar that I bought at the end of last year. For no makeup day, I love this shade right here. It is called Crush. I think it's called Crush. So I just take a flat tapered brush, I take some product, and then I just kind of like wash it over my lid. like that. It just adds a little bit of sparkle, but not too much. Then I went in with a brow product. I'm very lazy with my brows. I probably need to get them shaped, but not in the coming weeks. I'm too busy. So I went in with this Poco Beauty TFD. Can you even see anything? TFD Brow Blade. And it's a really nice flat product that you can just draw in. I'm going to need my mirror for this because I am too blind. I am very lazy with my brows, and I recently tried the Sculpted by Aimee EasyBrow, which is very easy. And so I am now very lazy with my brows, and this is a bit too much work for me, to be fair. So I'm using this because I want to use the product and finish it. But I bought a new EasyBrow. I'll show you how it goes. Let me just do the other brow with Poco Beauty, and then I'll show you EasyBrow. It's so nice. I usually use it on its own without this, but I'm gonna finish this eye and then I'll show you. I'm not very good with this product, but it's quite foolproof. I usually just draw on some lines, and then I take the brush at the end and I just brush my brows, so that kind of gives it a nice shape and puts them all in one direction, but it also smudges the product a little bit, so if I don't do it properly, it just evens everything out. This is a nice product, but like I said, I'm lazy. So this is EasyBrow by Sculpted by Aimee, and it basically is the product in a brush all in one, and all you need to do is just take the product and just brush your brows. And I tend to use this on its own without any other brow product, and I'm done. Very nice. I love this product. This is a new one I just bought from there. They're actually having the summer sale at the moment, so I bought it from there. And it also comes with a clean brush if you want to brush your brows, maybe before or after. So you have a clean one and then the actual product as well. Next, I went in with my Eldridge Kitten Lash Mascara. So on no makeup days, I don't even put on a full coat of this. I just do the quickest coat. Just, it does my lashes, makes it look nice, fans it out a little bit, but not too much. And I love this mascara because it's a very natural looking mascara and very easy to use, and I like the brush. So I just do the quickest That's all that I do. It's very quick. Next is blush, and I'm going to use the Poco Beauty blush. So this is in the shade Oh Petal. This is what it looks like. I recently just took a spatula and I cleaned it out because it was quite dirty. I cleaned out my, I wiped the rim and I cleaned most of my products like this. I do this every now and then just because when you use brushes and you put other products in, it gets a bit dirty and it irritates me. So I just take a spatula and I just scrape off the top. I'm weird, I know, but that's what I did, and that's why it looks like that. So I'm just going to take my brush and grab some product, and then I am starting to love blush a lot more than I used to. Like a few years ago, I hated the idea of blush. It was too much for me, and I always thought it didn't look nice on my skin tone. And these days I love putting a little bit of blush, but I like it very natural, flushed, not overpowering. And I like the shade because it does just that. It gives me like a healthy look, like I'm not dead. And it's easy to blend and gives me a natural flush of color. So that's the blush that I use. It's like a cream to powder kind of blush formula. So you could use whatever blush that you like, but it's a creamier product. And I like that I can layer a lot of different types of products over the Danessa Myricks Blurring Balm Powder. I can layer liquid products, cream products, and it doesn't like separate or do anything funny. It just stays. So the next product I used in my makeup the other day was I took just the highlighter from this Sculpted by Aimee Bare Basics palette. I just needed a highlighter. I opened the drawer, reached for one, and I just took the highlighter from here. Again, I cleaned out my products so they look a bit funky. I just took the spatula and I cleaned the top layer. I know I'm weird, but I'm just going to take my brush and just swirl into the highlighter. This is also a cream highlighter, so it's very easy to blend. And I just put some on the high points of my face. And that's my highlighter done, and all I need to do now is put another layer of my lip. So I'm just going to get a tissue. You can see that the stain is quite vibrant, but I like to put 2 layers. I found that 2 layers works quite well. Lasts me most of the day, and I drink a lot of coffee. I do top up maybe once or twice throughout the day, but 2 coats of this is quite long lasting for me, considering that I drink quite a lot of coffee while I work. So I'm going to put in another thin layer. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to use the side of the brush. And that's my finished look. You can either wear it like this, or you can wipe off the stain and have a bit more of a semi-matte lip. But sometimes I just wear it like this, and sometimes I do wipe it off if I want a bit more of a matte lip. But I will leave this in for a little bit, maybe a minute or so before I wipe it off. And just to stay true to the makeup of the day, I'm going to remove the glossiness of the lip stain. And this is the finished look. It took a bit longer to make the video than it actually did to put on the products the other day. I think it was under 10 minutes, maybe 6-7 minutes to put all of this on. But I did take my time for the sake of the video. So this is a very quick makeup look that you can do in 10 minutes max. If you want a little bit more definition, I'd add a bit of eyeliner to the lids. Maybe if I was feeling playful, I'd add a colorful eyeliner. But I wanted to stay true to the makeup of the day. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a like, and please subscribe if you would like to see more beauty content from me. If you like this kind of content, let me know in the comments, and I will do my best to maybe make more kind of tutorial slash just get ready with me type videos, longer formats, because I know it's not always the easiest when I do my makeup as a short. It's more convenient for me because it's just when I put on makeup, I take out the camera and I just film while I put on my makeup. So it's quicker for me, but if this is more useful, let me know and I will do my best to make more kind of videos like this. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a lovely day. Bye bye.